The main stories, Rachel.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, the Prime Minister has announced a new national inquiry into...
Maybe we're too pedantic for the Knaresborough bed race.
Now, the weather has been really changeable recently, but I think we've got some fairly solid sunshine coming our way, Matt, haven't we?
Oh, you might just have a little bit more actually coming this week ahead, Rachel. Few days...
Right, let's take a look at what's made the front pages of the Sunday.
And there's one story that caught my eye inside the pages this morning. I think particularly because working these early hours, I always feel probably double the age I actually am, and no doubt look it as well. But you might be aware that there is increasingly a kind of cult of people who are doing their very, very best to avoid the inevitability of life, which for all of us, as we know, is death. And they are engaged in these extraordinary... Yes, I know. Morning. You're welcome. Skincare and hygiene routine every morning.
Who doesn't?
But this is something that is definitely good for health and well-being.
Yes, and we're talking now about outdoor swimming, increasingly recognised for the benefits it brings to your health and well-being. Many lakes and pools, though, remain inaccessible to those who have visual impairments.
So researchers from the University of Brighton want to make natural water, as you might describe it, more accessible to those with sight loss so they can also enjoy the mental and physical benefits of open water swimming. Our reporter Juliette Parkin has more. Yeah, it looks very inviting, that. It really does. Yeah. I tell you who is not full of the joys at the moment, and that is poor old Rory McIlroy.
I know. Maybe he needs to just dive. I suppose he lives in Florida, doesn't he? Just dive.
Start life, right? So maybe they won't be quite so disappointed. I don't know.
If they're looking for someone to plead for the defence for the two of them, I think they have found that person, Rachel.
Well, whether the weather will be a thing of beauty this week is another matter. Although, as we can see from the picture there, Matt, there's a little bit of sunshine trying to break through around the country.
Today there is, yes, but...
Someone speaks out about it and sort of inspires others to feel confident in themselves. That can make a huge difference for something like this, which is very visible to others.
Of course it is.
Much more on this to come. And actually, after 8:30 this morning, we're going to be talking to our World Affairs editor, John Simpson, who'll be able to give us an overview of the kind of global politics that's at play here and what might happen next.
Time now, 7:31. Climate change is causing trees and vegetation to grow more quickly and for longer periods of time. That means power companies are finding it harder to keep overhead electricity lines clear.
Scottish and Southern Electricity is responsible for around 40,000 miles of overhead lines, and the company is spending £25 million a year surveying and clearing its overhead lines. But it does just go to show the sort of challenges that those companies are facing with the growth of all these trees.
Indeed. Let's get an update on all the sport, and Hugh joins us now, and Rory McIlroy.
Hugh, thank you very much.
Millions of litres of wastewater has been illegally flowing from a block of flats in Southampton into a nearby river for more than 35 years. Now,
around 11 million litres, that's enough to fill 5 Olympic swimming pools, has been flushed from the flats toilets into the River Itchen. James Ingham reports. That report.
Right, let's find out what's happening with the weather. Matt is here. And a sense, Matt, that heat is building and we might see that continue into the week, perhaps?
Indeed, it's been quite...
Rigorously, this couple is now being pursued by the authorities. I do not know. But they certainly left their mark.
They did, indeed. I mean, imagine that moment of horror when it happened and you thought, oh dear, we're in trouble.
And then realised that it was being beamed around the world on news programmes.
Exactly, like this. Let's have a look at what's happening with the weather. Matt is here. How's it looking, Matt?
Because we're going to be talking about outdoor swimming now, which is, I think, much easier when it's sunny outside. It doesn't make any particular difference to the temperature of the water necessarily, but it's become huge and is increasingly recognised for its health and well-being benefits. But the issue is that many lakes and pools remain inaccessible to people with visual impairments.
Researchers from the University of Brighton want to change that and make it easier for people with sight loss to enjoy open water swimming. Our reporter Juliette Parkin has more.
All the discussions we've had around open water swimming are about pollution as well. So let's not just ignore that, finally. That's absolutely critical. So while we talk about information like temperature, that's important, but actually knowing the quality of the water before you get in is fundamental to human health, isn't it? Absolutely remarkable. Your journey in the fire, and to you, Shabazz, as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming and talking to us about it all.
Thank you. Congratulations.
It's been a real honour. Thank you.
Right, time for a bit of sport then, and Hugh can bring us up to date with everything that's been going on over the weekend. And I think we're going to start by talking a bit about the golf, is that right? And what we didn't talk enough about is the rugby from yesterday, but we have an opportunity to celebrate a great rugby player right now because a team of celebrities and rugby players are about to begin a challenge to raise money and awareness of motor neuron disease.
Yeah, Doddy Weir's former teammate Kenny Logan is part of the team cycling 555 miles across Ireland over 6 days, finishing in Dublin on Friday, where they'll deliver the match ball for the British and Irish Lions versus Argentina.
It's all very exciting. Kenny's going to join us in just a moment, but first of all, let's take a look at his last challenge. This was back in 2023, from Edinburgh to Paris.
That is all from us for today. Breakfast back from 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Have a lovely weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.